Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football Channel. And today we are back with another watch long today. That being, of course, Manchester United versus Chelsea in the Premier League. Now, Manchester United comes to this game. I mean, we're not playing amazingly at the moment, but I think there's positives to look at after that Arsenal game, I should say. And this is the team that we actually start with today. So obviously in the preview, I said we were missing Cavani. We might be without Fred, Shaw, and Pogba. Did I say Pogba already? Yeah, those four. Since the preview, Ralph Rangnick has confirmed that Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Jadon Sancho would all equally be missing. So this is the team that we've actually got today. So it is David De Gea in goal. The back four remains the same after that Arsenal game. So Alex Telles does keep his place in that starting 11. Whether or not he would have, if Wan-Bissaka was fit, is obviously something I would hope he wouldn't have, because he was dreadful against Arsenal. But he does nonetheless. McTominay and Matic starting midfield together after, again, another poor showing against Arsenal, especially from Scott McTominay. But he has to play because we don't have anyone else, do we? The front four, it's what you expected, really, given the fact Jadon Sancho was out. It's Anthony Elanga, it's Bruno Fernandes, and it's Marcus Rashford, all behind Mr. CR7, who is leading the line for the Red Devils. And you look at this game, you look at this team, and you think we could be in trouble. Ralph Rangnick has mentioned Marcus Rashford has been doing really well in training, and hopefully we see a bit of that, because we haven't seen a good Rashford performance in so long. When it comes to our bench today, it's not looking great, is it? We go over to this screen. So we've got Dean Henderson and Tom Heaton on the bench. Two goalkeepers again. For this one time, I don't mind it too much because of the injury problems, but I am getting fed up of seeing two goalkeepers on the bench constantly. No other top team really does it. Why do we do it all the time? Bailly and Phil Jones are the two defenders on the bench. No fullback, so if Lindelof or Varane get injured, those are the two coming on. If one of the fullbacks get done, who knows what happens there. Saying that, we got Fernandes, Alvaro Fernandes, a youth academy, signed him off, I believe, from Real Madrid 2 seasons ago. He's on the bench. He's a left back by trade. I mean, if it really came to it, maybe could do a job on right back. If, for example, Diego Dallo did get injured, but he's a left back. He's a good. He likes to get forward and attack. Good in going both ways, really, for the level he has been playing at. Whether or not it's really his time to step up, I would argue it probably isn't just yet. But he's getting thrown in at the deep end, and that kind of just happens sometimes. And if he does have to play, it will be interesting to see, does he sink or does he swim? If the truth is, I don't think he will play. I'll be very, very surprised if he does, because to be quite frank, he's too young, isn't he? Like, this is his first time in any sort of matchday squad. If he then comes on, I'll be massively surprised. But I said that about Hannibal against Liverpool, and he came on. When it comes to the midfielders on the bench, Hannibal and Juan Mata, not great, is it? I expect that team to stay pretty much the same throughout the game, especially the deeper roles in Matic and McTominay. Maybe you see Bruno come off for a Mata. Again, I'll be surprised to see Hannibal come on, and if he does, I imagine he probably will be for one of the front lads in Marcus Rashford or Anthony Elanga. But we do have Garnacho and Sholotire there as well, if they are needed and called upon. So it's a very academy heavy side. You look at the team: McTominay Academy, Elanga Academy, Rashford Academy, Sholotire, Garnacho, Hannibal, Tom Heaton, Dean Henderson, and Fernandes, all coming through the Manchester United Academy. it's I don't know. I don't know what to say. When it comes to the Chelsea team, this is how they line up. So it's Edouard Mendy in goal. It's Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Antonio Rudiger with Reece James, N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, and Marcos Alonso with Mason Mount, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz as a front three. Now, when you're looking at, if I get the mouse here, I think when you're looking at this Chelsea team, it's interesting. It will be interesting to see how these two work. Will Azpilicueta play as the centre back, or will Reece James? Look, I think Chelsea are best with Reece James playing here, where Azpilicueta is lined up, and Azpilicueta is part of that back three, because I think Reece James is such a threat going forward. However, with Azpilicueta, they can lack a little bit of pace, recovery pace going back. And look, they have their pros and cons. I think Reece James obviously played as that part of that back three in the Champions League final last year, and he did it very well. So I'm not saying Reece James is bad at that centre back role, but I do think he's best as that wing back going forward and getting involved with play. I don't know if he is still. That'll be something I'll quickly I'll check out. But Reece James is one of Chelsea's top goal scorers this season. So you would have thought that they want him as far up the pitch as kind of possible, so he can get involved in the game as much as possible. I mean, now, before I Google it, I imagine Kai Havertz is probably top. And it is Kai Havertz is top with 13. Then Mason Mount. Then Romelu Lukaku. Reece James is 8th with 6 goals. Nice bit of H2O. Let me move this camera there. There we go. When it comes, well, let's talk about Ralf Rangnick, shall we? Obviously, Ralf Rangnick. Well, there's been reports. If I get, let me try and find that quickly while I talk about it. So Ralf Rangnick has been reportedly, well, he's reportedly going to join the Austrian national team, and will take take over the Austrian national team in conjunction to his role as Manchester United constituency role. So while he will be the Austrian manager, he will also still be at Manchester United as a member of our member of our board, basically. So he still will overlook things like transfers, the whole board and the staff personnel. We haven't heard anything officially from Ralf Rangnick, but as this post from Sky Sports says, Ralf Rangnick is set to be confirmed within the next day or so. So look, as long as he's still got in that boardroom for Manchester United, I don't mind, to be honest. I think the important thing is he is up there. We don't know how hands-on this constituency role is of Ralf Rangnick's. If it's not really that heavy, if there's not much, he's not doing much, then yeah, you can probably do it. And especially with it being a national team, I mean, you're not often. I mean, how often have we seen like Gareth Southgate turning up to all the games? Like, international management isn't full on. And look, I think if you can, as long as you can do the Manchester United job as well as possible, if he wants to go do the Austria manager as well, let him. Do I think it will affect him? I don't. Like I said, international management isn't as time consuming, I guess, as normal management. And you look at like managers back in the day, like Sir Alex Ferguson, for example. They were managing the whole club, so they were doing the constituency job. They were doing director's football job. They were doing everything at the football club, as well as being the manager. And that's basically what Ralph Rangnick was doing, but to a lesser degree, in the fact he's doing international management, which is, like I said, you do less, as well as having less jobs, sort of thing. So I think it'll be fine. What I do think is a bit interesting about it, though, is what sort of Austrian talent will he be able to bring us? You look at the Austrian national team. Obviously, David Alaba's at Real Madrid, so you're not going to get him. But you've got someone like a Konrad Laimer, obviously currently of RB Leipzig, so already has connections with Leipzig and the Red Bull model. Has the Austrian link if he does become the Austrian manager. So could we see someone like a Konrad Laimer come through for Manchester United in a position where I think we can all agree we'll definitely need someone. You got Marcel Sabitzer as well. Again, formerly of Leipzig, now at Bayern Munich. Apparently Bayern Munich are willing to sell him. So again, is that someone you'd want to bring to Manchester United? Potentially. I think I do like Marcel Sabitzer. Who else do they have? I mean, someone like a Marko Arnautovic obviously did well at West Ham. Do you look to bring someone like him in? Not as a first team player, of course, but like as it kind of a backup. Obviously, Cavani leaves next season. If Martial leaves, if obviously Greenwood's gone, then at least we've still then got like if we do want to bring in like an Arnautovic, he's kind of I think he's a good player. That, I mean, similar in ways to a Sebastian Haller. Although his link-up play might not be as good. We are going to lose. I'm Groot. Our situation is worse than Chelsea Stadium. Stamford Bridge is a shithole, isn't it? But look, guys, if you want to get your predictions in the chat, we can get them written down. And you can be put on our little scrolling tower? Not tower. Our little scroll thing down that corner. I went for 2-2. Very confident. Well, not very confident. Very bold is the word. That's the word, isn't it? Bold prediction. I fancy us, though. I don't think Chelsea are amazing. They're definitely better than us. But I think the team is there to get at. And while again, I do like Kai Havertz. I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's fully there as a striker. Like I said in the preview, he's kind of a mixed match of a number 10 and a number 9, and maybe like a sort of an inside forward. Although he's a threat and someone we will have to look out for. So apparently there is another protest outside Old Trafford ahead of this game. I don't know too much about that. Let me try and I'll get that up. Right. There we go.
The original game was forced to be postponed. We've seen them this season at the Norwich game here and also at the Manchester United training ground. It looks like a large section of Manchester United support there. Well, we have seen protests here before around Old Trafford.
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhat big. Obviously, it's not on the level of the Glazers out one we had at Anfield. Was it last season? Yeah, it must have been last season. Not as big as that, but I mean, anything's better than nothing, I suppose. But I mean, unfortunately, yeah, do you believe it's going to do anything? I don't really, and it's sad to say because I wish it would, because I, just like every other Manchester United fan, don't want the Glazers here. But if we're being honest, does it actually affect anything? Probably not. Also, obviously, there is other games going on today. We have got the Europa League on, so I'll keep an eye on that for you guys as well. We got West Ham. Obviously, they're playing. They've got Frankfurt. You got Leicester versus Roma in the UEFA Conference League. And of course, we do have Rangers versus RB Leipzig in, again, the Europa League. So, some good games going on today, to be fair. And like I said, I will try and keep up with all those games the best I can. If I go get a charger, I should, fingers crossed, be able to get the West Ham game up on my iPad. We'll see how well that goes, but fingers crossed. Again, look, I spoke about this in my last stream. My Wi-Fi, my internet isn't great. It's been a bit dodgy at the moment. So, while of course, hopefully it should be fine. If it is a bit dodgy, I am sorry. There's nothing I can do. Hello, pleb. How are we, mate? Right, we'll let the iPad charge up. Hello, how are we? So, again, guys, if you want to get your predictions down below, it's that side. We'll get them written down for you lot. But, I mean, what's everyone thinking about this game? Doing good. What about you? I'm good, mate. Are people confident? I mean, I don't know whether to be confident or not. I think we are capable of winning this game, but I also know how bad we can be at times. So, I mean, let's kind of see. Let's see how we get on. We've got about, what, 15 minutes? Well, about 10 minutes to kick off, really. I'm also predicting a 2-2 draw. Look, we went. There was a lot of people that went for that in the Arsenal game, and let's hope today we actually get that. Well, I prefer a win, obviously, but I think we can all agree we'd rather take a 2-2 draw than have it be as bad as it could get. Look, I mean, as long as Romelu Lukaku doesn't score against us, I mean, obviously I'd be disappointed if we lose, but I can't take a Romelu Lukaku goal against us. I don't think he should have been sold anyway, really. So Ralph Ragnick's been asked. Obviously, Champions League looks like it's gone. What is the incentive and the aim for the rest of the season? Ralph saying to play the best we can. He hasn't said the top four's over. Look, it's not necessarily, but we'll have to have a lot of luck. We've just got to play our best, like Ralph Ragnick has just said, and we can get some in, but you've got to earn the right and the luck to get that, and that means playing well, even when it doesn't look like it's on. Ralph saying that it should be a motivation, that the fact that Eric Ten Hag is going to be watching somewhere, whether that's, well, it won't be in the ground, will he? Whether that's online or wherever, he will be watching this game, and they should be kind of playing for their futures, really. But then at the same time, they should be playing for themselves and their pride. And I agree, these players should be embarrassed, really, in some of the performances this season, and they need to do better. All my cables are getting bloody mixed up. There we go. Lucy. Oh, even if you think Chelsea are gonna win, you don't say it. You just be confident. You live in a world of arrogance and bliss. Not arrogance. Arrogance is the wrong word. In ignorance. That's the word. You just live in a world of ignorance and bliss and just say, yeah, we're going to win the game. Yeah, we might be dreadful and Chelsea might be better than us. Like Luke's here. That's how you do it. It may be bollocks. Like, there is absolutely no chance I think we're going to win this game 3-1. But you say it anyway. Hello, Angie. How are we, mate? Right, I'll get all your predictions written down. There we go. Exactly that. I like to see that. Come on, United. And again, like I said, we will try and keep an eye on all the other games going on today. So that's the West Ham Frankfurt game, the Leipzig Rangers game, and the Leicester Roma game. They're all going on they all kick off at 8. So we'll keep an eye on those when the game when those games kick off. Obviously, we kick off 15 minutes early, so in about 5 minutes at this point. It's a big one, isn't it? It is a big one. I mean, Ronaldo for a hat-trick. I mean, if I get up the league table ever so quickly. Here we go. You can see kind of what situation Manchester United are in. We're 6th place. A win takes us to 57 points, so that's still 1 point below Tottenham, although Tottenham would then have 2 games in hand. Although you look at Chelsea, not Tottenham's, I should say, fixture list, they have got to go to Liverpool still. They do have the North London derby still. They have Leicester. So it's not the easiest run of games for Spurs. So I think that 5th place spot is still achievable. And I mean, I think in a sense, if you're saying 5th place is still available, still achievable, with Arsenal only being 2 points ahead of them, could you argue that that fourth place is available? Look at the games they have. West Ham aren't an easy game. Spurs, I mean, we're saying Arsenal will beat Spurs. Newcastle, maybe could get something. Everton, final day. That game could be the be all and end all of their Premier League survival bid. Everton might have to go and beat Arsenal to stay up. And if that is the case, who knows what could happen final day. So, it really is all to play for. And I've just gone into the wrong screen. Here. But, let's make this clear. I'm not saying we will get Champions League football. Or we should get Champions League football at this point. Because we shouldn't. If we get Champions League football, it's not because of these players. It's because of how shit everyone else is. And just luck. So, if we do get Champions League football, I'm not going to be sat there congratulating these lots going, well done, lads. You've done really well. I'll be sat here thinking, how the fuck have you done that, boys? How lucky can you get? I think Ronaldo hat-trick and Havertz with an early goal. Fun fact, mate. I have the same birthday as Juan Mata. Guys, I like McTominay because he sticks a tackle in. The thing is, look, McTominay doesn't actually do that. Like, I watch McTominay, and I think everyone has the same opinion as you, Luke. That McTominay is this player that will stick a leg in and go smack somebody. A lot of the time, he doesn't. Like, he just doesn't. The amount of times in a big game, I've said, because I've gone for the same kind of thought process as you and gone, well, Tommy loves a challenge. It will stick a slide challenge on like De Bruyne in the Manchester derby, or go stick something on Thiago. Walks out with about 2 tackles to his name in the entire 90, no fouls, or well, not no fouls, no booking or whatever, and you just sit there like, has he actually done anything this game? Like, I really don't think he does. Thank you for the like, Nico. Nico's going 4-1 Chelsea. I'm not surprised. But yeah, Nico, I mean, what is your kind of opinions at the moment of Everton? I feel like we haven't really spoken about Everton to you for a while. You want Lampard gone? I'm not surprised, mate. He's not doing great. But look, lineups again, just to quickly run through them once again before kickoff. So it is it is David De Gea in goal. It's a back four of Diego Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, and Alex Telles. McTominay and Matic plays a double pivot with Anthony Elanga, Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford making up a front three behind Cristiano Ronaldo. With on the bench, we've got Dean Henderson, Tom Heaton, Eric Bailly, Phil Jones, Alvaro Fernandez, Hannibal Mabry, Juan Mata, Alejandro Garnacho, and Shola Tire. For Chelsea, it is Edouard Mendy, Reece James, Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger, Azpilicueta, N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, Marcos Alonso, Mason Mount, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz. With Kepa Arrizabalaga, Lukaku, Pulisic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Trevor Chalobah, Saul Niguez, Hakim Ziyech, Kennedy, and Malong Sarr on the bench. So with all that being said, kickoff time is upon us. Well, at least you beat United. Yeah, it depends what Chelsea team shows up. Might be the one that showed up to Brentford. Matt should have been played against instead of Bruno. Fuck off. I mean, look, I don't think that's even an unpopular opinion at this point. I really, really don't. I think Juan Mata, you could argue Juan Mata deserves a chance in this team, given the performance levels of the likes of Bruno Fernandes in recent weeks. I've got to say I agree. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of why. Look, I think Chelsea are very hit and miss. I think you can get a goal against Chelsea. That's why I've kind of gone for what I have. It's not. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game. I'm absolutely not saying that. But I do think there's a chance we can get a win from this game. So be confident, ladies and gentlemen. Be confident. So they take the knee. So Timo Werner will get us kicked off. And away we go here for Manchester United versus Chelsea. McTominay gets it out to Rashford, who's such a poor first touch. And straight away, United just giving the ball away. Do some crap touches from Rashford. Bruno loses it. Aspilicueta. Looks like Aspilicueta might be part of the back three instead of Reece James, actually. There's Havertz running against Lindelof. Lindelof gets there. Gives it a Matic. United have the ball back. Lindelof goes down the line. Ronaldo wins the header, but he is come back from an offside position. But here is Reece James at right wing back. If we don't concede in the first 10 minutes, that's already an achievement. Rashford needs to work on his mindset. I would have started Mata on the left. I wouldn't have started Mata on the left. If I was going to start Mata, I'd put Alanga out. Alanga out to the left. Bruno at 10. No, Bruno at right wing and Mata at Juan Mata at number 10. My God. I've never really liked Juan Mata as a winger. I've never really understood. We signed Juan Mata at 25, one of the best number 10s in the world at that time, certainly in the Premier League, and we played him right wing. Never understood it, never agreed with it. Kante finds Alonso, goes down the line to Timo Werner. Werner goes into Alonso. Puts the cross in. McTominay heads clear. Alanga into Bruno. Dalot. Down the line. Ronaldo. So poor from Ronaldo there. Should just be able to, that's an easy ball to keep that. To kind of take down, but doesn't. Jorginho gets taken out by McTominay or Matic. The free kick already. So look, you can see at the back there the amount of empty seats at Old Trafford at the moment. So look, whether that's due to the protests that were happening pre-game or not, I'm not sure. If it is, fair enough. That's good. But chances are, I think it's probably a mix of fans not turning up because this game really means nothing, and the protests. What's your PC specs? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't actually have it. It's not like a PC. It's a laptop. It's an Intel i5 10th generation. About it. That's all I really know. Timo Werner looks to put the cross in. David De Gea collects the poor cross from Timo Werner. Is it for the? Yeah, it is. Alonso goes into Kai Havertz up against Dalot. McTominay just, I don't know. Reece James there. Shots. David De Gea palms it away. Or punches it away more, really. And he's out for a throw-in. Reece James just has so much space. Rudiger. Into Alonso. Finds Havertz. Alonso. Dalot wins a tackle. He's out for a throw-in. I mean, look, we had this discussion about mods ages ago, Luke. I don't know if you was around, but as you can see, there's the only people that I have given mods to are those who I know personally. When we start needing mods, people like you, NG, Nico, will be some of the first people that will become mods. But while I don't need them, I just don't really give them out. Again, the only people I give them to is people I know personally, and that's just kind of because I know them rather than because I need them to do anything for me. Like, I mean, as you can see, the chat doesn't become very hectic, so I just never need people. But thanks for the offer, I guess. Antonio Rudiger. Silva. Just passes through us. Thiago Silva finds Mason Mount with a simple pass. And they pass straight through us. Promoted your friends to most of my friends United. My guy, big up yourself. Thank you. Big up yourself. I mean, if I get we'll take the predictions off and put it. Look, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit the like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. And like Luke's has just said, do share the stream if you enjoy it and help us grow this community. I like to think it's a nice community. And it's a community where I like to think we can all have our own views and opinions without kind of anyone really caring. Reece James is in! And Varane does really well to get back and block the challenge of Reece James. And Fazil is right there. Where is Marcus Rashford? Reece James has so much space. Rashford, what is he doing? What is he doing, Marcus Rashford? Just watching. Marcus Rashford. No, McTominay. Out to Tellez. Bruno won the header. And Edouard Mendy saves. Look, I've just tweeted out there. Marcus Rashford. Oh, yeah, and yeah. He's so lazy. For a Manchester United fan, if any of us was on this pitch for Manchester United, we would be backwards and forwards the entire game. Not letting, if we were playing Chelsea, I wouldn't let Reece James fucking go. I would be back and forward all game. Not letting Reece James get a sniff. Rashford's fucking watching. What? Like the camera details just came up on the Skybot. On the Sky. So it's goal kick. The hair goes long. Oh, I haven't sorted the timer out. There you go. Lovely play from De Gea there. But Varane. Rudiger. Aspilicueta. Reece James. United are just so poor. Here's McTominay. Loses the ball. He gets a free kick. I'm not sure that was a free kick, to be honest. Just gets caught on the ball. Elanga. Bruno. Bruno, lovely ball through to Marcus Rashford. And he's up against Cesar Azpilicueta. Just fucking does too much again. Does he win a corner? He does. He's so infuriating. He gets in the position and then just runs into players. Get the shot away or make the pass. He's lucky to win a corner. 10 minutes and haven't conceded. Take the positives. He says where we are as a club, doesn't it? Well, that's what we're having to look at. Ball comes in. I mean, look. Ronaldo with a bicycle kick and it's over the bar. Oh, what a chance. What a chance from Cristiano Ronaldo. Matic put the ball back into the box. Varane won the first ball and Ronaldo on the bicycle kick just couldn't keep it down. It's a poor effort really from Ronaldo. Salah. But yeah, I mean, I remember, I think we played Norwich. And Rashford was obviously playing dreadfully. And I said, look, I mean, I'd rather him from the edge of the box just shoot rather than keep trying to take people on, because Ronaldo shoots from range there. I mean, that was wasteful, but at least then he's doing something with it. And when he loses the ball, because at the end of the day, Marcus Rashford is going to lose the ball 99% of the time. Really, he gets it and tries to do something, because I just don't think he's that good. But at least if he's shooting, it makes the goalkeeper have to make a save. It theoretically, it could go in. It could take a deflection and go in. It could fall to someone in the box. Whereas if you're just running with it, at the end of the day, he's going to lose it because he always does. He always does that one more thing that he doesn't have to do. So I'd rather him just shoot from the edge of the box. Because at least then, like the fact he's lost the ball doesn't matter. I saw Bicycle 2 minutes ago. It nearly went in. Where are you from, dude? I'm from England. Originally from somewhere in Cambridgeshire. I'm not gonna say where. Not the rich part. Unfortunately, I'm not rich. But the Europa League games have started, and Frankfurt have taken a lead already. Frankfurt are 1-0 up, and at West Ham in London, and it's Konoff who scored. Frankfurt have an early lead in London. And that's the sort of goal that changes games. So early on. What do you mean? That's in... Sorry, I'm just trying to get the Europa League games on my iPad. Matic from US, North Dakota. Was that where you're from? But no, because I mean, I've never been to America. I would got that to go at some point. Don't know when though, but right. There we go. I'll just put that down there. Hopefully that's all right. Oh, here's N'Golo Kante picks it up. Kante. Alonso. Havertz made a good run, but Alonso ignores him, but gets it back here. Antonio Rudiger, and look how high Chelsea are. And Rudiger goes for a wasteful shot, but picks it back up. Lovely ball out to Kai Havertz. Into N'Golo Kante. Puts the ball into the box. Alex Telles with a good header clear. Azpilicueta picks it up, but United can now counter-attack. Cristiano Ronaldo slips over. Bruno wins it off of Jorginho, just too strong for him. Here's Bruno. Look for the ball to Elanga. Well read by Marcos Alonso and easily kind of deals with it. Werner. Jorginho. Here's Jorginho. Into Kante! Straight at the goalkeeper. David De Gea, thank God. Marcus Rashford down, is he? Not a great shock. So let's see this Frankfurt goal. It's in the first 42 seconds. Ball in between Zuma and what a ball. It's a quality goal from Frankfurt, to be fair. But West Ham have it all to do now. And look, I said before the game. I thought Frankfurt were going to be a difficult game for West Ham. And not the greatest of starts for West Ham. But, I mean, yeah, as Fazil said there, Marcus Rashford is down. No, I'm not really. But I think you've got to appreciate Cristiano Ronaldo because he is a quality player. But, I mean, I've always said Lionel Messi's the best to ever do it. Matic. Finds Ronaldo. Back to Matic. Bruno. Dallo. Into Alanga. Back to Diego Dallo. Can we just keep the ball for a little bit? Varane. To Tellez. Rashford. Move it. Give it to McTominay. See, even just there, Marcus Rashford takes 2 or 3 touches to make the pass through McTominay, which really, to keep up the momentum and the pace and the tempo of the game, should just happen first touch, get it into him. It's small things like that. It doesn't seem like much, but it just kills a bit of momentum from the game. It's the sort of thing you want to do when you're 1 or 2 up and you're just trying to take the sting out of the game. And Tellez, what the fuck is that? An absolute waste. Like, he has the ball. And the ball isn't on and just launches it long. What a waste. And some Man United fans now coming in to the ground. But I don't think the seats are massively filling. Here's Chelsea. Mason Mount puts it across. Alonso picks it up out wide though. No one really was in the box to attack it. N'Golo Kante has it. Werner. Looks for Alonso, but it's poor. And Dallo will just pick it up. Flick it long, looking for Bruno. Jorginho wins it, and Chelsea have the ball again. Mount. Good tackle, and Matic will clear. I like you, dude. Thank you. My guy, thank you for the sub Barca forever. I mean, what are you lot thinking about? Well, what do you think of Frankfurt? Obviously, they're playing West Ham at the moment. And what have you made of this season? Especially since Xavi has taken over. Mount puts a good cross in there. De Gea gets there before Kai Havertz. Bruno. Some guys brought a cat on the train. Nice. That's what we like to see. We love a cat. Lindelof. Matic. Back to Lindelof. Dallo. United just... at least we're keeping a little bit about the ball here. Keeping the ball, keeping the possession. Maybe we can start setting the tempo and start playing the way we want to. But at the same time, this team, we're best when we don't have the ball and we win it and quickly in the transition. I've never needed to go, but I'll be back, bro. I've needed to go. Alright, fair enough, mate. In a bit, bro. McTominay gives the ball away. The guy is so bad. Picks it back up, though. Dallo. Lovely ball looking for Ronaldo. Thiago Silva gets there. N'Golo Kante finds Rudiger. Alanga pressing. Dallo gets there before Havertz, but gives it straight back to Alonso. Into Werner. Here is Timo Werner. Beats Dallo down the left. Dallo gets back and makes a good block. And he's out for a corner for Chelsea. I think Diego Dallo's having a fairly decent game today, to be fair. But Chelsea are a threat from corners. It's important to remember that. Well, looks like there might be something wrong with McTominay. And if McTominay has to come off, how the fuck do we survive in this game? Kante delivers. Bruno heads clear. Marcus Rashford can't get the ball out of danger. And, I mean, Chelsea are doing what Chelsea do. Just keeping the ball. Just playing the game at their speed. Werner cuts in. Looks to put the ball over the top for Mount. But De Gea has it in his grasp. So, 25 minutes in, still 0-0 here. And the other games in the Europa League, RB Leipzig Rangers is 0-0. West Ham is obviously 1-0 down to Frankfurt. And Leicester Roma is equally 0-0. Here's Ronaldo on the left-hand side for United. Up against Cesar Azpilicueta. He falls over. Doesn't complain and gets straight back up as Chelsea now look to play it out from the back. Reece James got McTominay on his back. Plays it out. And look at that. They're straight through us. Absolutely embarrassing. Straight through us. And here comes Kai Havertz. And it's a great chance. And it's side netting for Havertz. And that is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. How easy it is for them just to pass it through us. And not just through us. When I say through us, I mean through us. 2 passes and they're right up against our back line. Kante finds Havertz. Havertz is in. Big save, De Gea. Absolutely massive save by David De Gea. There it is. And it's a great save by De Gea. Kante just slots it past. And it's a great save. Keeping us in the game, as De Gea has so often this season. Ball comes into the box. Rudiger over the bar. Did he? And you said, did you give him a quaver? Langa, Bruno. Langa just can't get there. West Ham hit the post. A huge chance for West Ham, but they hit the post. And AS Roma have taken the lead against Leicester City. Bowen was slot through really well. And you've got to take those. You've got to score there if you're Jared Bowen. If you want to be playing Europa League final. But it's a 1-0 Roma. And it's Lorenzo Pellegrini with the goal for the Italians. Marcos Alonso has it here. Havertz. Kante. Havertz. He's so... I rate Kai Havertz so highly. I think he's so good. And here he is again. Reece James. Up against Tellez. We get away with it. Aspilicueta has it. Matic can't win the ball. Reece James keeps it. Jorginho out into Reece James. Tellez is on the floor. Reece James puts the ball across. Alonso can't get there. Tellez, I think he's so easy to get past. How is Tellez and why is Tellez always on the deck? Right, so it's a throw in. Alonso wins it. Flicked forward by Ronaldo. Matic heads it down now. Reece James picks it back up though. And Chelsea, they are so good at this. They might not win the first ball, but they win the second ball. And then they win the third ball. And it's a great ball over the top to Timo Werner. Lindelof says offside. Short gets away and De Gea makes a save. The flag does now go up. So it wouldn't have counted anyway. But De Gea with a good save nonetheless. And Chelsea so far the better team without a doubt, isn't it? Like, but is anyone really surprised by that? And we'll go over to the stats. Look at this. 9 shots to 3, 4 on target to 1, 61% possession. It's a dominant performance by Chelsea, and we're at Old Trafford for fuck's sake. We're not putting up a fight at all. Rudiger, crossfield ball, and Marcus Rashford is absolutely nowhere to be seen, and Reece James is absolutely Reece James getting the whole of that left-hand flank, well, our left or their right. And Rashford is doing fuck all to stop it. Here's Tellez. To Rashford. Comes inside. You're going to play the pass, Marcus. He does finally. Finds Ronaldo. To Dallo. Matic. To Elanga. Matic. Ronaldo. Elanga. Matic. Out for a throw in. United pass it out. Aspilicueta. Reece James. Jorginho. Back to Reece James. It's just sad. Marcus Alonso. Timo Werner. Kai Havertz. Rudiger. Silva. Aspilicueta. Reece James. Aspilicueta. And with 10 minutes to go in this first half, if there's one team that looks like likely to score, it is Chelsea. Reece James. Aspie. Reece James. Matic. Tellez down the line. Thiago Silva wins it. Rashford can't bring it down. Of course he can't. Rudiger. Marcus Alonso. Silva. West Ham are level! The massive Irons are level in London. I don't know who scored the goal. I'll be watching it now. Malanzini has a free kick from deep, so I imagine... Go on, Craig Dawson. Go on, Craig. Let it be Craig Dawson. Ball comes in. De Gea with a big save. The ball is in the net. And it's Kurt Zouma. The guy that kicks his cat. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's Antonio. They showed Zouma, and now... But it looks like they're all hugging Antonio. You know, after someone scores, they cut the camera to the goal scorer. They cut to Zouma, but it is Mikel Antonio with the goal. And West Ham are level in the Europa League semi-final. That's a great ball in. Zouma is onside. He heads it back across to Antonio, who's sending himself flying and beats Kevin Trapp. Declan Rice was there as well. Trapp claws it back out, but he's already past the line. Why not? Why the fuck? We are not closing them down. We fucking just let them. Wow. Yeah, I mean, because we can't press. We're just not good enough pressing. So the idea is let them sit off and just let them try and pass through us. But we're not good enough defensively either. It's so... and look, I mean, there are times when we do press or whatever, but we're so easy to pass through. These group of players just aren't good enough. And the ones that are good enough are just too old. Like Nemanja Matic is good enough, but he's so old, he can't do it anymore. And you can see there Havertz's chance earlier. De Gea probably should catch that really, but does collect it up in the second attempt. Let's go. We're still 0-0. Thought we'd lose it. Yeah, that's the only positive, isn't it? We're not losing the game yet. But that's... that's kind of sad, isn't it? Hold on. Weird how Rashford is 5 times faster going forward, but well, the thing is, he doesn't track back, does he? He's like, look, I tweeted it earlier. Marcus Rashford is playing like he's got a divine right to be starting week in, week out for United. He's fucking dreadful. He's not very good going forward, loses all the time, and he's lazy as shit. The amount of times Reece James has had the ball and absolutely nobody's been near him is a joke, and it's his man. Jorginho. I've got this ticket guy's mental. He's just asked me for when my rail card expires to make sure it's me. I don't know. Who the fuck knows when their rail card expires? I think I've got a 4-year rail card. I don't know for certain. All I know is that at the moment it's still valid. There's Brian Robson. I can only imagine what he's thinking watching this shit. fuck the season, end it. Yeah, I agree. Look at Fergie. Fergie's in the crowd having a laugh. Be like, ha ha. We weren't this shit when I was here, were we? Yeah, but I'm with. The sooner this season ends, the better. It really. I'm so bored of it. I'm so bored. And look, I said it last season. Our luck would run out because we weren't very good last season either. But we got points and we got wins. I said our luck would run out, and you can see it. Look at Matic. Matic is the only person fucking is quickest there. Rashford fucking runs. Marcus Rashford is the worst footballer I've ever seen. Oh, that's saucy. Bruno, get your shot away, Bruno. Get your shot away. Bruno, just hit it on your left. Look, yeah, McTominay plays it. Bruno, hit it on your left. No. And then he tried a virtually impossible pass to Ronaldo. Ronaldo does get there. But then he's not in a position to do anything with it. Get the shot away on your left. And we'll see, and then see what happens. At least test the keeper. For fuck's sake, man. But remember, guys, at least it's only 1-0. It's at least they haven't scored yet. Crossfield ball to Alonso. Up against Diego Dallo. That's out for a throw. Get Rashford and Bruno fucking off. Yeah, the only issue is you do take them off for. Look at that bench. You can bring Massa on, but do you want to throw out a Shola Tire, a Hannibal, or a Garnacho into this sort of game? I don't. Jorginho. Varane out well. Does well the first time, but Reece James gets there second time. And it's well defended by Tellez. I mean, look, I would agree. I would agree if there was more players to come on. But the simple fact there isn't. There is no one on that bench you bring on for both of them. So I don't think you can. I agree. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's one of those things. If this is Norwich, I would agree. But I don't think you can throw a player out into a game like this. Might as well bring on youth who's willing to run at least. I mean, what I would do, I would bring Mata on. I would take Rashford off, put Bruno out to the left, and Mata in there. Because Mata's got the positional sense to... Because, like, you don't need your number 10 to be sprinting everywhere. Like, you want your number 10 to be someone who's good on the ball, will keep the possession well, and will just... When defending, we're not pressing, really. So we'll just be positionally sound. That's what we need. What the fuck is Matic doing at the back stick? Ronaldo heads clear. That's what we need. Will we get that? Well, we don't. Well, Bruno doesn't really need that. Bruno's all over the gaff. Bruno, put him on the left. Because he will fucking run. One thing you can't say about Bruno, he doesn't run. You can't say that about him. He fucking works his socks off. Sometimes like a headless chicken, don't get me wrong, but he does run. So that, for me, would be what I would do. But I agree, Rashford's got to come off. Yeah, will there be Conference League watch-alongs next season? Wow, I mean, I guess it depends, doesn't it? If we're still this bad and we get, well, I don't think we'll get Conference League next. I think we'll have Europa League football next season. So if that, in that sense, there probably won't be, because, I mean, I don't fancy watching. I mean, I don't watch the Conference League this year. I don't think I'm going to watch it next year either. I mean, I watched Europa League, and they're lucky to get me watching that, really. But I don't imagine I'll watch much the Conference League. If United are in there, then of course we will do Conference League watch-alongs. Although that would just make me upset. That will upset me. If we're having to sit here on a Thursday fucking night every week next season, going, yep, we're playing fucking Astra Gugu this week, I'll be so sad. Yeah, like I've said so many times, the only positive for United to be in the Conference League next season is so we can be the first team to win all of them. All the UEFA competitions. Only positive. But there's half-time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Chelsea 0. It's been a really nothing game, innit? An absolutely nothing game. But what it does mean is we can put the West Ham game on, and we can watch that for a bit. We have nothing to lose, mate. Might as well just do it instead of getting pissed off at Trashford every week. Yeah, I agree. And I guess, I mean, in a sense, sometimes that can make or break. But I mean, it's kind of, look. Sometimes throwing a player into this sort of game can make a player. You look at Marcus Rashford. His breakthrough came in the Europa League, thrown in there due to an injury crisis. Got his big break, and well, I mean, for his career's never looked back. His performance levels maybe have. Anthony Martial came on against Liverpool, did the same. So in that sense, I guess you could say, yeah, throw him in there. But I also feel like it could potentially break someone. I'm not sure. I mean, the more you say it, the more I'm convinced. Throw out a Garnacho, just let him fucking play. Even Ragnar is pissed off and accept the Austrian job, Lamau. I'm not surprised. You know what? I'll subscribe anyway. Because else today. I mean, yeah. I mean, it could. We quite easily could be. We could be, but I don't think we will. If we get something today, I think we'll be fine. I mean, if we get something today, I think we could get 5th. Especially if you lot do a job against Spurs. Declan Rice on the ball. I mean, West Ham are better than us. Fornals. Dawson. Great play here by West Ham. I tell you what, we miss a Declan Rice so much. Bowen, great place. Goes for goal. Offside. West Ham. And look, I was going to say this earlier. Ironically, I think Manchester United as a whole should look at David Moyes' West Ham team for a bit of inspiration. And look, that sounds insulting, and it should be. Because West Ham, they play as a team. They play for the person that's sitting next to them in the dressing room. They play for each other. Like, this team plays better than the sum of its parts. You think this West Ham team that's starting today? I mean, let me get it up. Right, look at that team. Cresswell, Ben Johnson, Craig Dawson got relegated 2 seasons ago. I think he might have went down the same year as Maguire. Is that when Maguire moved to Man United? Or the season before? Declan Rice used to be a centre-back. Bowen 2 seasons ago was playing in the Championship. Antonio used to play right back. And yet they're playing in a Europa League semi-final level against a team that beat Barcelona. You think that team is really a Europa League semi-finalist team? I think a lot of us look at that West Ham and think they could win the Europa League. Do you think that team is better than our team last season? Player for player? No, they're not. But they play as a team. They play as more of the sum of their parts. They look at each other and think, I'm going to make your job easier. I'm going to run that extra 10 yards or run that extra 10% so the player next to me doesn't have to. But because they all do it, they're not making up for anyone. They're doing everything because of how much they care. How much they're doing it for. They're making their fans proud. And here comes Antonio in the box. Frankfurt surround him and get bodies round him so he can't find the back of the net or get a shot away. But then you look at United, player for player, we're much better than West Ham, but our players don't care. And I think Marcus Rashford, someone who supposedly is a Manchester United fan and who's meant to get it, is just walking about. He's making while West Ham are doing that extra 10%, every single one of those players, so it would allow the person next to him not to have to. Marcus Rashford is not doing that, but he's only given 70%. So the players around him are having to do that extra 10%, not just the extra 10, but the extra 20 and 30% to make up for his laziness. They don't care. They're not playing for the badge. They're not playing for the fans. Yeah, everything that makes West Ham great, United are missing. It's a disgrace. But Havertz wasted a bit of chances for Chelsea, but other than that, it's not going that bad. I think that comment there, Pleb, sums up where we are as a club. We're looking at this game where Chelsea have had 65% of the ball, 11 shots, 5 of them on target, compared to 3 and 1 at Old Trafford, and we're going, it's not that bad because we haven't conceded. Because we've given away chances, but they haven't scored them. I think, and look, I'm not having a go at you, of course I'm not. But because what you've said is what a lot of Man United fans are thinking, and agree with you about it. And Frankfurt have missed an absolute sitter there, an absolute sitter missed by Frankfurt. But yeah, I agree, and that shows how bad we are. If this is Liverpool or Man City, or even if this was Chelsea against someone else, or even Arsenal, if they had this at their home ground, they would be absolutely appalled. And we're here thinking, oh, it's alright. At least we're not losing. West Ham have Norwich, so that's 3 points. I mean, we don't have Norwich, do we? No, we don't have Norwich, but we have Watford. No, not Watford. We have no one easy. Bruno Masterclass. NG, give us a cheap penalty or your Mike Dean before going into the VAR room next season. Yeah, we probably would miss it, to be honest. As long as Ronaldo takes it. I can't believe Bruno took it last time out. The only match we are winning this season is Melbourne victory. Something tells me we'll be leaving Melbourne with a victory. What do you think the result will be in pre-season? Well, Melbourne victory. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Cresswell puts the ball into the box. Well cleared by, I think that was Ndicka. But Lanzini picks it up. Johnson looks to put the cross in now. Blocked again. And Frankfurt now can get back. Well, a counter, that's the word. But it doesn't happen. And look, Roy Keane at half time. It's like an FA Cup tie. It's like Chelsea are a top team and Manchester United are a championship side. They're short on quality and just staying in the game. Damning, innit? Kevin Muscat, maybe the worst tackle ever played for Melbourne victory. Don't know the guy. On the bright side, at least I'll be staying until the second half this time round. What time is it over there in Malaysia, mate? Right. Let me go back. Let me turn off the West Ham game off the main screen and we'll put the Man United one back on. Unfortunately, we're going to have to. Um, 3:45 a.m. So imagine me waking up to what's the Conference League next season. Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would, mate, to be honest. That is ridiculous. And the players come running out. Marcus Rashford remains. Yeah, by the looks of it, no changes. So the halftime scores in the Europa League are Rangers, RB Leipzig 0-0, West Ham Frankfurt 1-0, Roma 1, Leicester 0. This is probably the last season I'm watching midnight football too. Graduating soon after this semester. Do you have like a? Do you watch like a Malay? Do you have like a favorite Malaysian team? And away we go for the second half. Werner. Reece James. By the looks of it, Alanga's on the left-hand side. Now Reece James puts the cross in. Havertz. Mount. Shoots. Wide. So it's that way around now. So we've given up on Marcus Rashford tracking Reece James. Malaysian Football League is fucking rigged, mate. We have like the same fucking. I mean, to be fair, mate, the Premier League's getting like that though. I mean, it's just Man City winning it every year, isn't it? But I assume that means you don't really watch it. 8% of the national teams come from that team, so pretty much sums up the balance. I mean, I don't look. I mean, I've like genuinely thought about this. That would actually be best. Like, obviously for your league, it would make it shit. But if you care about your national team, if your national team is your country's biggest kind of priority, and from that, then you want the league to be somewhat competitive, but you don't mind the champion always being the same, but the rest of the league, as long as that's competitive, that's all right. I think if you want that to happen, the best way you can do that is doing basically what, by the sounds of it, Malaysia do. You have all your best players play for one team. And because then they get used to playing with each other, they can have the same coaches, they can have the same everything all year round. So, for example, if the Bundesliga and Germany wanted to make the German national team the best they can, and here comes Chelsea, Kai Havertz can't find the ball through to Kante, Bruno Fernandes getting back really well. What Bayern Munich could do is just get rid of all their internationals. I mean, I guess you can keep some of them, like a Lewandowski. Get rid of it. Get rid of most of the players and just buy all the best German players. So all the German players in the Bundesliga that really gets into the national team. So they would have signed Kai Havertz. They would have signed Timo Werner. They would have signed Marco Reus. Obviously, they can't get all of them. But pretty much they get all of them. And then the coaching staff and the manager and all that of Bayern Munich in this example then also become the manager of the German national team. So throughout the whole game, throughout the whole season or year, those players are always playing at the same league, or same players, same teammates, same system, so on and so forth. And then you should be the most dominant, the best, most well coached team to play internationally. But then you lose the balance to create more competitions to do better, though. Yeah, I agree. But if you're a small, obviously, when it comes to the bigger nations, you can't. It doesn't really work. But I don't think for Malaysia. I mean, obviously, I don't really know how their what football's like over there. Oh yeah, obviously they don't. But I guess it's hard to find the level. I mean, maybe like a Portugal. Because it's about kind of making having competitive games in a sense. So it's not like a walkover every week like PSG. But having your players play at a high level. Like, for example, Sweden. They have a lot of good players and all that, but those players aren't going to get tested playing in the Swedish league, are they? I guess it only works for the top nations. I don't know. It's a weird one. Like, realistically, it's never going to happen, so it doesn't really matter about the logistics of it. We have like 2 to 3 players playing in Europe, but they're not even that good. Yeah, I mean, San Marino have players playing in Europe. Well, I mean, they are European after all. Marcos Alonso up against Diego Dalot, comes inside. Matic does well. Matic just smashes it upfield. Right. Why is my BT Sports not working? Alonso into Kai Havertz. Reece James. Mason Mount puts it across. Werner just misses it. Huge chance there for Timo Werner. United get away with it. Werner. Matic. Looks to bring it out. Just no ball. There's just no out ball. But he does find Rashford, who's a poor pass into Alanga. But here is Alanga. Runs into Havertz. Aspilicueta's on the ground. How does Alanga run into Aspilicueta, who's on the ground? Will we have a free kick? Something could happen from this. We have 2 or 3 players playing. Oh, no, I've read that. Right, Alex Telles and... Fuck off, McTominay's not taking this. No, he's left it now. It's only Alex Telles. We go into McTominay. McTominay's put the cross in. It's fucking dreadful. It's fucking dreadful! He is useless. Who decided McTominay would do that? Sack him. Sack him. Who in this Manchester United coaching staff or players decided what we'll do is we'll have Alex Telles look like he's going to take the free kick. Someone who, for all his flaws, can deliver a cross. Or is at least meant to be able to. We'll go short and we'll give it to McTominay to do it. McTominay! My God! Not Havertz, Kante, Jorginho, Kante, Werner, to Alonso. It looks like we're playing a 4-4-2. Reece James. The Gea goes along. Ronaldo looks to flick on. No one's making the run in behind. Rashford closing down on Azpilicueta, but does deal with it. And out to Mendy. To Jorginho. Bruno with a strong challenge on Thiago. Still on Marcos Alonso, sorry, it is. If I'm not mistaken, 7 or 8 years ago, the net worth of the club is more than Tottenham. I mean, by the sounds of it, that there is a recipe for absolute domination. Mount. Here is Mason Mount. Reece James. To Timo Werner. Jorginho. Reece James. Puts the cross in. Telles gets a block onto it. "82 touches." That you can see what they're absolutely attacking our left hand side and using their right so well. They're just better than us. Ball comes into the box. Havertz won it. Werner flicks it back in. De Gea claims. De Gea will go long. Looking for the run of Marcus Rashford. Reece James brings it down. Jorginho into Kante. Aspilicueta. Reece James. Delivers. Alonso! 1-0 Chelsea. And it's been coming, and it's come. And look, I'm just not reacting. I'm just not reacting because it's expected. I expected it to come, and it's come eventually, and it's come down their right-hand side. It's come from their right-hand side. Cross has come in. Marcos Alonso has all the space in the world to fucking score. Now I'm talking about it. It's getting me pissed off again. Let's see it again. Kante with the ball. Out to Aspilicueta. Alanga comes running in. Leaves Reece James, who has so much time to put the cross in. Havertz won the flick on. Kind of unchallenged by Lindelof. It's gone over Dallow's head. Alonso's free in the box. It's a great hit into the far back post. But it's 1-0 Chelsea. Where was Rashford? Where is Rashford? You're right. Where is he? Ronaldo. Can't do anything. Throw into Chelsea. Can we make... Oh, we won't. Chelsea look to play it out. Matic. Gives it away. Matic. Lovely ball out. Come on, Cristiano. Come on! Get in there, Cristiano Ronaldo! Get us back level! Big goal for Manchester United, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Come on! It's a lovely flick over the top by Nemanja Matic. The guy's quality. We'll see it again here. Kante had it. It's such a poor pass. And United pick it up. And Matic, first time ball intercepted. But he gets it back. Aspilicueta keeping Ronaldo on side. It's a delightful ball over the top. And Cristiano Ronaldo scores for United against Chelsea. And it's his first ever league goal against Chelsea. Obviously, he has scored in the Champions League. But what I will say, you look at Matic there. So instrumental in that goal. Next season when Matic is gone, who else in that midfield is able to do that? Fred's not. McTominay's not. That's where we are next season. Is Havertz. To Mount. Varane does well. And I told you, we can be in this game. Give us a chance, we can score it with Cristiano Ronaldo in the team. We can get something from this game. Brilliant. Matic just passes again. Yep. Nice. It's a great finish by from Ronaldo, isn't it? Two old and finished players involved. But, I mean, that's what I mean. Matic is absolute quality. It's so disappointing he's too old. Because, let's be real here, he is. He is too old. He can't... Like, this guy's been playing this way, as well as this, all season, really. But never starts because he can't. Well, I assume he can't. Or else he would play every week, surely. Alonso. Mount. Puts it across. Tellez clears. Matic just So calm on the ball. We'll go long. That's disappointing from Matic. I guess I don't know if anyone else was on. Maybe. I don't know. Change something. We can ask for change all we want, but I look at the bench and just think, do I really want any of those players coming on? Varane, what the hell is that? Ronaldo battling for it. Gets put on his ass there by... Is it Aspilicueta? It's all over the space. Dallo smashes it clear. Go on, Rashford. Chase it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be totally opposed to bringing Mata on. I think the point is, though, we know we're not going to have possession. By the looks of it, we gave that up a long time ago. So the idea is hit people on the counter attack, and that's why we have Marcus Rashford and we have Bruno Fernandes on. Two players that kind of careers are built on that. Matches and Reece James getting a bit of handbags there. I don't really know what's going on. Has Matic stood on him? What's going on? He does stand on him, Matic. I think Matic grabs James to stop himself continuing to fall, and then kind of just doesn't let go. Ball comes in. Lindelof gets there first. Wins the first ball. Rudiger gets the second. Fuck off. McTominay brings it down and clears it. Chelsea are appealing for a penalty for a handball. If McTominay's handballed it, I'm not going to be happy. Thiago Silva. Rudiger. Kante. Mount. James. Reece James does well. Finds N'Golo Kante. United win the ball back though. But no, it's a free kick. Rudiger. Alonso. Rudiger. Thiago Silva. Varane wins the header against Werner. Chelsea, Matic showing who's the real Chelsea legend is. I mean, what does Chelsea fans think of Matic? I think he was really pivotal in a lot of their success during his time at the club. I really like Nemanja Matic. I wish we could have got Matic when Chelsea re-signed him originally. I think he's quality, Nemanja. Reece James heads it back across. Lindelof wins it. Rudiger puts the ball into the box. Lindelof gets there. Here's Matic. Alanga. Tellez gives it away. Ronaldo picks it up. Lovely ball up to Diego Dallo at right back, who just loses the ball. These guys stink. So, we got changes coming. So, Pulisic is coming on for Werner, and Lukaku is on for Havertz. Lukaku. Change something, Roddy. Don't be Ollie. I'm sitting here about to fall asleep. Lukaku. And Frankfurt have taken the lead once again against West Ham. So the game is now 2-2. By the looks of it, it comes... We'll see the goal. I'll quickly watch the goal here on the iPad. So Werner off, Pulisic on, Havertz off, Lukaku on. The two Germans off for the American and the Belgian. Oh, it's really good play from Frankfurt. And Ariola originally made the save, but there's someone there to tap home. Now, the saving grace here for West Ham, was he offside? Will there be an offside call? As Reece James fires across goal, Tellez does get a block onto it, which nearly takes it into his own net, but it's out for a corner. Reece James has been so dangerous. And I'll see it. I'll see quickly the goal here again for Frankfurt. Is there an offside? Oh, I think he's offside. He's got to be offside. Surely. He's offside. I think that goal's got to be disallowed. How has that goal not been disallowed? Frankfurt have a lead. I thought he looked miles off. I don't know. I think that's a bit dodgy. That goal for Frankfurt. Lukaku being heavily booed. Stop letting James cross, for fuck's sake. Change. Where is the subs? I think he's kind of got the same thought process as me. Who do you bring on? Alonso, Kante, Jorginho, and since the subs, Chelsea have taken kind of charge of this game again. But here comes United. Rashford, Bruno does well and wins a free kick. United got a lot of work to do if we're to get something from this game, but we've got a point at the moment, but Chelsea, they are the better team and they are playing better. I reckon there will be a late goal, which side I don't know. I think if United had to score, it's come from a mistake rather than better quality from us. I mean, Jorginho's down here, so I mean, I'll turn my attention to the West Ham game for the moment, as they're now currently a play down for Frankfurt, but Zuma gets him back up. There's Said Benrahma on the bench. Could come on and change this game for West Ham. Started the season on fire, didn't he, Benrahma, but kind of fell off. But here comes Pablo Fornals, finds Antonio, who must be offside. Who looks to get the cross in. And it's out for a corner. I thought Antonio was offside there. So if West Ham score from this corner, they'll be very, very fortunate. Oh, no, he is just onside by the looks of it. It's a tough call. There is Pablo Fornals with the corner as United get back on the way. Alanga, long ball for him. And he kept it on, and Aspilicueta sees out for a throw-in for United. High in Chelsea's half. Ball comes in from the corner for West Ham. Kevin Trapp easily catches. Ronaldo. Tellez, back to Ronaldo. Can't find the ball to Tellez. Is that for another throw? Ooh, Zooey mama. Matic shakes it down. Tellez. Varane goes back to David De Gea. Is he? Please no. Varane to De Gea. De Gea goes long. Langer can't win the head, and Thiago Silva takes it down on his chest. Aspilicueta. Jorginho. Aspilicueta goes back to Edouard Mendy in goal. Phil Jones and Juan Mata coming on. Is that Phil Jones in midfield? Or are we going to a back five? I don't know if I can take seeing Juan Mata and Phil Jones in midfield. Oh God, who's it for? Justice for Eric Bailly, by the way, as well. Ronaldo's in. Ronaldo! Straight at Mendy. Good save by Mendy. But he is offside. So we got Jones in there. And Rashford. So is that Bruno moving there? No. I think it could be that. Is that it? I mean, Marcus Rashford should be embarrassed with himself, really. That's the thumbnail. So Mata's off, on the bench. So for Rashford, and Jones is on for Matic. No. Oh yeah, no, Matic. There we go. Hold on. No, it is a back five. What the fuck is going on, Reece James? Just wide. What it actually is so Jones slips into a back three with Bruno there. And Mata in there. Swap those round. Well, look, that's what it is. A fucking Bruno and McTominay pivot. I think that's my worst nightmare. I really think that is my worst nightmare. A Bruno McTominay pivot. It could be, if I looked at it, it might actually be that. Right, we'll set this up. Here's Alonso. Shot, block, Reece James. Well blocked by Tellez. Right. There we go. So that's kind of what we're seeing for the rest of this game. Ball comes in. Good chance for Chelsea again. Unless he's looking for a big guy to stop Lukaku, there's no reason to bring on Phil Jones. Well, I mean, Eric Bailly's there. Here comes Ruben Loftus-Cheek for Chelsea. It's a containment job, isn't it? Kind of. We're happy with a point. We'll take that and run. N'Golo Kante's is the man coming off for Loftus-Cheek. N'Golo Kante. Ooh. There's a big chance for Leicester against Roma at, obviously, the King Power. Will they take it? Come on, Flash score. They do take it. And it's Leicester 1, Roma 1. West Ham searching for a goal. Fornals hits it on the volley, but it's wide. Mount goes over the top for Lukaku. Phil Jones as well. Reece James. Side Ben Rama's on for Lanzini in the West Ham game. Lukaku was through, but Tellez gets across well. Ronaldo into Alanga. Alanga's got space to run into, but plays closing in on him. He does really well there, Alanga. Can he find the ball now to Bruno? He does. Bruno then looks to fucking nutmeg Antonio Rudiger, but wins a free kick. Well, gets a free kick for the foul on Alanga. And now this is a good chance for United. We've got we've got players that can deliver a good ball in Bruno Fernandes, Juan Mata and Alex Tellez. We've got players that can win a header in Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Varane and potentially even Phil Jones. I don't want to say we could score here, but we've got a chance. Why is Juan Mata not stood over the ball? Why is Juan Mata not stood over this ball? It's fucking Juan Mata. If there's one thing Mata can do, is deliver a ball. Tellez puts the ball in. No one's there. No one's there. What is that? Mata wins it. Brings it down. Juan Mata moves it into McTominay, who... He is so bad. Juan Mata does really well. Wins the ball from wins the header. Plays a nice 1-2 with, I think it was Dallo. Gives it to McTominay. It's a simple... There's Alanga and Mata to both to find. He passes it between the both of them. Here's Phil Jones. Just goes back into De Gea. And it is just protecting what you've got in it. De Gea. Nice ball into Victor Lindelof. We'll go back into McTominay. Back to Lindelof, who's coming down this right-hand side. Looks for the ball over the top. Rudiger easily won it. It's just so demoralising. West Ham have a free kick here. Declan Rice is going to take it by the looks of things. Is Declan Rice a free kick taker? No, I can see why. Straight into the wall. Ben Rama does well. Goes for goal! Looked like it's very close there from side Ben Rama. But it is wide. Varane. Lovely crossfield ball to Lindelof. And we'll see how far away this was from Ben Rama. Not far away at all. Does it clip the bar? No, it clips the post though. Huge chance there to get back into this game for West Ham. And with 5 minutes to go, Man United looks like Ronaldo goes long. Varane wins it. Reece James heads it forward. And here is Mason Mount. Crossfield ball. Dallo wins it. Can we get the ball off Pulisic? Mata's battling. And wins a free kick. Tell you what, Matt has been a nice bit of fresh air since coming on. So, you make the same point, NG. Matt has done more since coming on than Rashford in the entire game. Great minds think alike. It's funny that, isn't it? You have good players who are good on the ball, will look after the ball on the pitch, and all of a sudden we do better. Hold on, what? That's Rudiger just kicked Elanga in the head. He kicks Elanga in the head by the looks of it. How is that not a red card? It doesn't matter if he does it on purpose or not. He's kicked him in the fucking head. Send him off. He's still feeling it there, Elanga. Here comes West Ham. Bowen. Poor pass out wide. I think if you're a West Ham fan, you look back at some of the chances. I remember Bowen missed a sitter in the first half at 1-0. You put that away. Maybe you leave the London Stadium rather than 2-1 down, 2-1 up. Here is Ben Rama. Wins a throw-in, surely. No, throw-in for Frankfurt. But here's Chelsea, Aspilicueta to Mount, flicks it forward to Lukaku. Lukaku holds off well, but can't find a return ball as McTominay intercepts. Elanga out to Bruno. Fucking hell. That is amateur from Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely amateur. What is he doing? Just kicks the fucking ball away. Mata, lovely play out to Alex Tellez. Moves it into Bruno Fernandes, who fucking jumps over like he's been shot. Fucking get up. You're embarrassing. They're showing Juan Mata there. Juan Mata should start. Garnacho's coming on. Number 75, Garnacho is coming on. I imagine this is going to be for Anthony Elanga. Yeah, for Elanga. And go on, kid. Show how good you are. Ball comes in. Reece James heads clear. Elanga! Oh, he's not on yet. He's not on yet. We'll hold our horses for now. Tellez puts the ball in. Elanga looks to flick it forward. Bruno Fernandes misses the tackle. Reece James, long crossfield ball. Loftus-Cheek into Alonso. Look how many Chelsea players are running into the box. It's a shocking ball in. And is it time for Garnacho to make his debut for the last 3 or so minutes? It is. Here he comes. The young lad, the Argentinian lad, coming on for his debut in a big game for Anthony Elanga. There we go. Come on. You got 2 minutes to show what you're about. I don't think whatever Garnacho does, unless he misses an open goal, I don't think he can lose. Just get on the ball and run, lad. There's a long ball from De Gea. Dalot looks to get the flick on. Out for a throw into Chelsea. Reece James gets man of the match. I'm not surprised. He's been absolutely fantastic today. There's a throw in for United now. Ronaldo flicks it forward. Bruno Fernandes has made a... Oh, it's Juan Mata. It's Juan Mata. Looks for Ronaldo. Oh, it's Bruno. Juan Mata made a great run in behind of Ronaldo. It's a corner. Last minute for United. If there's a time, if we want to win the game, now's the time to do it. Press well. Great ball into the box. There's no West Ham players attacking it. But United have a corner here. Come on. Alex Tellez puts the cross in. It's fallen to McTominay and he hasn't put it in the net. Scott McTominay, you've got to score. Oh, no, it hasn't. It hasn't. Tell a lie. It's come off Thiago Silva. Jorginho. Reece James. Mount. Back to Reece James. Aspilicueta. Reece James. Heller's fighting for it. Garnacho's got back. The throw into United. Oh no, that's full time. Full time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1. Chelsea 1. And I guess that's a result you take as a Manchester United fan. Actually, in the preview I said 1-1. I think. Maybe. I can't remember if I said 2-2 or 1-1. I think I said 1-0. I think I've put my prediction wrong on here. Right. If I'm right, if I did say 1-0 in the preview, I'm taking that as a fat dub for me. If the match had another 10 minutes, I reckon we'd have scored. I don't know. I really don't. I don't like to kind of contemplate these things. I'm happy with a draw, with a 1-0 draw. I'm happy to take that and run, to be honest. Going into this game, I don't think anyone really expected United to get something. We have. That's a positive. Time to move on. But look, obviously we will go over to the match reaction, where we'll do player ratings and we'll talk more about this game. So please do tune in over there in about 5 or so minutes when that goes live. If you have enjoyed, please hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And I hope you have all enjoyed. So please please do tune in for the match reaction, or Let's Talk, as it's now known. Link to that is in the description below. I'll see you over there in a bit. Peace.